So did I tell you about my friend Jack that fell into the upholstery machine?
No.
It's okay. He's recovered now. Oh, hey, we're live. Hey, welcome everybody to the Artistic Biker Live. We don't know how long we're going to be here tonight because there is an electrical storm going on outside. I've lost electricity 3 times already since I've been home. So we're going to try and get through a show tonight. Maybe the electricity will stay on throughout the whole thing. The other day, was it today? Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. On the morning show, I did a giraffe weevil, and my friend Pamela suggested that tonight I do a pair of them battling because I thought that would be pretty cool to paint. And she said, well, why don't you do it on tomorrow night's show? Well, I'm not one to shy away from a challenge, so I decided I would do that. So here we are tonight. We're going to paint a couple of giraffe weevils, duking it out. So let's just turn the page and get started. Ooh, hear the sirens? We're supposed to color for 10 minutes when we hear sirens. I don't have a coloring sheet ready. My friend Ivy, on her stream, Coloring with Ivy, she stops whenever the train goes by. Whenever they hear a train, she lives near train tracks. Whenever they hear a train, she stops, and for 10 minutes, she colors in a very complicated book with whatever color the audience hollers out, types out. You know, we're not really hollering. Well, I mean, some of us are. I holler while I type in caps. But she'll spend 10 minutes coloring that very complicated page with her colored pencils just to prove that you can do, because there's a concern that you can't do a complicated page like that. It takes too long. And she says, well, you just knock it out every 10 minutes you get. Every free 10 minutes you get. You know who was a good advocate for that was Ali Abdaal. He's one of the productivity gurus I follow, and I read his book. Can't tell you for the life of me what the name of his book is right now. But one of the things he advocates is if you want to write a book, for instance, there's a lot of times when you are waiting for your food to arrive at a restaurant. There's a lot of times when you're standing in line for a bus. There's a lot of times when you are not doing anything but waiting for something else to happen, and you don't have any choice but to wait for whatever it is that's happening. And he said he started carrying around all the tools that he needed to work on his book, and he would knock out 1 or 2 sentences at a time on his first book. He just endeavored to knock out 1 or 2 sentences at a time every few minutes he gets. So it's a sound idea to say that you can do a complicated project in small bites if you just prepare yourself for the small bites.
I did a quote like that.
I've done a lot of things like that. I'm a firm believer in small bites. I can eat a whole cake in small bites. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but Lord knows I've done it. And then you look down and you say, where'd that cake go? When we were moving down here, my wife was struggling to get things packed in Oklahoma, and I was already living down here because my job had already started down here. And I was trying to be helpful, giving her advice. And I said, you need to pack it up the same way a tiger eats an elephant, 1 bite at a time. And I am still alive. And I think that's impressive. Me offering her that kind of sage advice.
Miracles still happen.
And she didn't kill me.
probably said that as you got in your car and drove away.
Well, I was here. I was in Houston when I said it. I wouldn't say it anywhere she could reach me. Did you get any of that rain over to your place?
No, we're getting it right now.
We sure needed that rain.
It was one of those times that bring back memories. All of a sudden, they got really still outside.
Oh yeah,
And then it rained. Yeah, I don't like that really still stuff.
that tornado feeling.
Yeah, I don't like that. I still have to know about them. I remember them.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Hey, there's Rick French. Oh, he's got to push Rick's button. Do. Good evening. You doing all right tonight, Rick? It's storming here. Pamela's here too. Do I press the button again, or I mean, the button already said Rick and Pamela.
Push buttons.
I just like to push buttons. Exactly.
It's so funny. You can't even see the lines on your paper.
Oh, I know. You can just barely make it out there. This is a watercolor light orange.
But I know your drawing. It's just I can't see it. And it looks really funny. Just to watch your pencil go across.
I draw darker, but the whole point is that the pencil get washed away when I come back with the watercolor. It's the whole reason I sketch with this during this part. Pamela, I'm doing your challenge tonight. This is the Beatles battle between Ringo and George. These are these giraffe weevils duking it out, slugging it out. Can't talk, arting. But when the electricity went out a while ago, I didn't know if we were going to be able to recover. I didn't know how I was going to let you know. I mean, I guess I could have posted a reel to the show, like a trailer, like I used to do. I could have posted a trailer that said, "Hey, can't make it, the electricity's out." But about the time I started thinking about it, the electricity came back on. And like I said, it sounds like it's passing. We've already been doing this for 10 minutes, haven't we? I know that because the phone goes out in 10 minutes. Even some storm clouds in Guyman. Praying for rain. This time of year, doesn't rain just wash you guys out when it happens? Don't you just get horrible flooding at this time of year? Because there's nothing to soak it up. Everything's dried up and gone. I hope it rains for you too. It's really cool things down here. We were 102 yesterday, which is very, very unusual for Houston. Usually in the summertime, we're hanging out in the mid-90s. Early, high, low 90s, very low to mid-90s. We're not usually triple digits. And triple digits usually only last a couple of days here.
Ray says this time of year they forget what rain is.
Right. I get that. And people, when I first moved here, people asked how I was going to handle the heat in Houston, and I told them, I said, you know, it's a whole lot hotter in Oklahoma. Yeah, but it's not like Houston hot. And I said, it dang sure is. You know, in Chickasha, the humidity is always right there around what Houston, within 5 points of whatever it is in Houston, and the humidity, the heat and the humidity in Chickasha is unbearable. You know, 7 months out of the year. from late May to early October, you're looking at upper 90s, lower 100s. What, Mom?
I said the only thing that keeps you breathing in Oklahoma is the wind.
Yeah, because the wind never stops. The wind never stops because Texas blows and Kansas sucks. The wind never stops.
Should we ever move again? I'm going to drive around and look at how the trees stand straight up or which way they lean.
In Texas, where we are, the trees do not lean like they do in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, you can tell you can tell which way is north by looking at which way the trees lean, because the wind predominantly blows to the north, and so the trees almost always lean north, because that's the direction they're always being guided to grow, because the predominant winds in Oklahoma. But where we are in Texas, there is no wind, predominant wind. So the trees practically go straight. And I would have thought, being this close to the ocean, because we're like 45 minutes away from the ocean, being this close to the ocean, I would have thought that there would be a lot more wind. But the flags stand still most of the time.
Yes.
Which is completely unheard of in Oklahoma.
Fresh paper towel.
I did that just for Pamela. I put fresh paper towels out just for Pamela. Just before the show started, I was like, oh, Pamela's coming. I better put out fresh paper towels. I don't really have to look at the reference photo much for this, simply because I enjoy drawing bugs so much. The only thing I needed to know was how that neck works, because these weevils are so unique in the way their necks are shaped. And it's their neck. Their little head is way up here. The whole body, this is all their neck. There's another kind of giraffe weevil in New Zealand, and this is not the show where I give facts about all the different animals that I draw, but there's another giraffe weevil in New Zealand, and it has a regular length neck but a super long nose, and the antennae are up at the end of the nose. So the difference between this one and the other one is kind of like the difference between an elephant and a giraffe. Alright, let's see if we have enough that I can start shading this.
I'm going to try 3 times today to make a video.
What stopped you? Was it technical difficulty? Was it the fear of being on camera? What stopped you from making a video? Because it happens to a lot of people. A lot of people think, yeah, I'm just going to make a video. And then they get up there and either the equipment doesn't work the way they think it should, or the settings don't work right, or stage fright, or any number of things. But if you really want to do it, I'm here for you. I will help you. I will tell you everything I know about how to do everything I do.
He says, pretty sure it was ignorance. No, I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, you can be ignorant of a subject. She doesn't mean that she was incapable. She just means that she didn't know enough about what she was doing. There's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, I will share all the information I have about everything I do and how I do it. I've often thought of, and people have suggested, that I start another channel on how I do the video setups, on how I program the show, on how I have the cameras, and how I do all that other stuff.
The beauty of how you do it is you don't have to take out a mortgage on your house.
Well, the new cameras that I'm looking at, I may have to.
That's okay, but I understand that now. But when you started, you didn't.
No, and I still don't have to. There's no reason. This is a want to. There's a set of cameras that I can hook up to my phone that will allow me to do. Change views like I like to do, and that set of cameras is about $1,000 for 3 cameras, which is not a lot for 3 cameras, but it's still $1,000. Yeah, but when you
started out, you didn't just spend $1,000 for cameras.
No, my setup here is, my entire setup here is less than $2,000, and I've got 7 cameras.
So. She said she talked to a video that had not begun 3 times. That's ignorant.
That happened to me. That happens to me almost every Thursday. When you guys are like, is your mic on? Every Thursday, somebody has to remind me to turn my mic on.
And that's just a question I ask every morning. So sometimes we pay attention to that question, and sometimes we don't.
This is my favorite part of the process. I probably never told you guys how much I enjoy this part of the process. I've not been a very good friend because I've neglected to tell you how much I enjoy this part, just exactly how much I enjoy this part of the process. What's that?
There's your daddy singing out of the rain.
All right. Got a little, got a little lichen. Got a little lichen on this tree. I'm sorry, he did what, Mom?
He finished the new patio cover. Now it really puts me to shame on the spending that redwood furniture. It's used so badly.
Oh, you'll get taken care of, hon. I've no doubt. Love, 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 love this part of it. I don't even know if I'm subtle hint. I don't even know if I'm on camera.
You are.
I'm gonna smile like that one of these times and my teeth are gonna fall out.
Yes, Jonathan, that is disappointing, but when I finally tell you what I've been writing, you will never speak to me again.
Did you paint something, start with a different color besides yellow? Ivy's the one that gets mad at that. Now I'm curious.
I know.
What could you have done that's so bad?
Grandma says that's why she was upset when it started to freeze. Yep.
Yeah, it messes with her little head. She's like, no, 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 you can't start with those colors first because you can't take them back. I understand. I do. I understand. But I have a plan. My plan involves me getting this grisaille down first. So it does. So it does. Alright, and probably a little bit right here just because I can. And we need some texture through here. Alright. If you've lost the bug, you're not alone. But let me dry that. And then we can come back with some color and bring that. Look at the... I'm not really using the vertical. I'm not streaming anything, but I'm recording the vertical. And it was completely off camera. Are you talking to me?
Your dad was telling me it has rained 2.84 inches since 6:30.
We sure needed that rain.
It's through the middle of our patio.
Yeah?
And the drainage ditch behind our house is overflowing.
Nice. Do you have flood insurance?
Of course.
Good for you.
Because you have to have it.
We did not have to have flood insurance.
Yeah, VA required it. I fuss about it every year.
I don't think we have any flood insurance at all, but we don't really have those issues.
Yeah, well, this is the first time it's not that close to our back door. A lot of rain in an hour.
It is. It truly is. What is Pamela not quite ready for? Is she just not ready to share with me what she did, or is she not?
I think that's what it is.
I don't think I've ever been more curious in my life. I really have something to tell you, but I just can't. Well, then spit it out. No, I can't. Dang it, I gotta know now, but I can't tell you. I'm too embarrassed. And why did you bring it up? Well, now I gotta know. I promise I'll only laugh about you. I won't laugh at you. Oh, goodness. I'm going to let that set up for a minute while I move up. There's some leaves over here. A while ago, there were children outside playing in the rain. I think their parents had made them all go inside. There's car alarms going off now. It is a big storm. It is a, let me rephrase that, it is a loud storm. I don't know how big of a storm it is, but it is a loud storm.
Almost past us now.
Yeah. But at least it cooled us off for the night.
Yep. We're at 79 now.
Yeah, it's been hot all day.
I think Grandma's laughing at us
I hope so.
because we're curious.
You think she's laughing at us or about us?
Both.
This little guy is really defending that patch of lichen.
If you add,
If I had what? Did I lose you? Mother? Oh, she had to mute me because she's talking to my grandmother.
what I was going to say was if you take it 7 more members of our family, you and I, we are quite entertaining at family dinners.
I think we're quite entertaining, just the two of us.
Sometimes, yeah. When you put the other 7, it's like a real 3-ring circus. And if you can't take sarcasm, you are out of luck.
Sarcasm? In our family? That seems a bit of a stretch. I think the only one sarcastic in our family is girl 1. And all the rest of us are just aghast at some of the things that come out of her mouth.
That's very true. She's a pistol, that one.
I wouldn't even know what sarcasm was if it wasn't for her.
She had to learn it from someplace.
You know, the way she learned it was so hilarious, too. My wife, when we were dating, hit a deer. And she didn't really hit a deer. The deer came out of the woods and hit her. And, you know, she's panicked and she calls me. And I load the kids up and I go and see about her. And while we're there, the deer has gotten up and run off. And so the deer managed to total my wife's car, but somehow managed to wander off into the forest relatively unscathed. And my daughter, who was, I think, 4 at the time, maybe 3, she says, "You shouldn't have hit that deer. That deer, that could have been Bammy's mother. You shouldn't have hit that deer." And my wife, ever gracious, says, "Oh, thanks, sweetie. You're making me feel so much better." And my daughter says, "She feels better. Brother, I made Misty feel better." And I'm holding her, we're both looking at her. And I tell her, I said, "It's okay, baby. Tomorrow we'll teach you sarcasm." And it's a lesson that kind of stuck. That's all right, baby. Tomorrow we'll teach you sarcasm.
She learned it well.
She did. She's a fast study. She's teaching me a thing or two now. But the beauty of it is unique with Chantal LaFontaine is every bit as
Yes.
Every bit as quick of tongue as my daughter ever was.
And with such a straight face.
Forgot about that leaf right there. I gotta be careful. All right. That's coming along. That's coming along nicely. Let's add some background.
Oh, it is. But then you need to roll this up. I have a new trackball and I have to get used to it. I had a mouse, a wired mouse, and I couldn't deal with it anymore.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those. And it's funny. It's funny. No, mice. It's funny because at work, I went in. One of the first things I did when I took over my desk was take their corporate mouse that they issued me and set it aside and put a trackball in. And now they all come to my desk and they want to show me something. And the first thing they try to do is push me away from my desk so they can drive. And they immediately give it back over to me because they don't know how to work the trackball. And that is terribly funny to me. Terribly funny. I'm not sure I can express exactly how much joy I get out of that, because I'm not computer illiterate. And when they come to me and they say, and they try to push me away and say, "Here, let me just show you," I'm like, okay. You just.
And then you sit down and you mean like this?
You just show me. I had to explain to a guy today. I asked him if I could drive on his computer, and he gave me the look like, "Are you just going to push me out of my job?" And I'm like, I don't know how to explain to you what I'm doing. I know how to do what I'm doing. I just don't know how to explain it to you. And if you let me show you one time, you'll understand. Because you'll pick right up on it, I promise. I don't have words to tell you what I'm doing. And he said, "Oh, okay." But I did not push him out of the way because I thought he was incompetent. pushed him out of the way because I didn't know I was incompetent. I found my communication skills lacking. Can't talk. All right. Let me dry that real quick so that when I come back with the next layer, it won't mix up.
Joe.
Hey, Gaming with Just Joe. What's going on, Joe? I'm not quite ready for a smaller brush just yet. I'm going to mix up some purple. And I'm going to use the purple to define the darker lines, darker portions of these bugs. Like that.
Joe says he's painting that nightmare bug.
Pamela said she wanted to see battling bugs. She said she was a big fan of the Beetles. Couple of lost lines in there, as you should have. Couple of found lines as well. I'm gonna go with a little more blue and a touch of scarlet. And we'll just start adding some texture into this plant back here. Texture into here. A little darker. And then let's get it to spread around. I'm going to have to refill my vermilion. I'm going to have to refill my cobalt blue. That's coming along kind of nice. I like it. And I never once hit it with a smaller brush than that. Matter of fact, I think I did the whole painting with just that brush. I could come back with a smaller brush and I could get some black detail around the bug, but I'm not sure it needs it. Just some minor darkening in some very specific places so that it reads better as black. See what I mean? I'm not real sure that was all that important. But I'm calling it. Battle bugs. Let me dry it so I can't mess it up when I take the tape off. You're really close, Aurora. It's not a Hercules beetle. You're really close, though. It's a giraffe weevil. I have the model right here. It's a giraffe weevil. But you're really close. Because the Hercules beetles have, let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Ta-da! The Hercules beetles have those long prongs on them also. But those are prongs, horns that come off the top of the head. This is a neck that comes out, and the head is way out here on the end. Change cameras on me. This is a neck where the head comes out on the end on the giraffe weevil. But on the Hercules beetle, this is a horn that grows out of the top of the head. Pretty cool stuff. That is my paint drying dance. You were witness to my paint drying dance. All right, let's see here. Take the tape away. Joe, it's storming here. Of course, I think it's past now. And Pamela and Rick said there's the sky in Guyman's a little dark. What's it like on your side of Oklahoma? Of course, Aurora, no problem. I just happened to have bought a set of them, and it's got Hercules beetles, and it's got golden beetles, and it has scarabs and June bugs and any number of other Insectidae. Humid and around 90. Yeah, that's your part of the world this time of year. That's your part of the world this for the until September, right? Okay. He said the rain's all out towards the panhandle. So there is battling Beetles version 1. Subtle hint. What? There is Battling Beetles version 1. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break. Just about 5 minutes. Go freshen up your drink. Visit the powder room. Maybe have a snack. Meet me back here in about 5 minutes. And then we'll do what's on your easel, and then we'll move on to the illustrative version of this.
Hello! We here at the Artistic Biker Laboratories, our research and development team, have been working hard to develop a chemical that once ingested will turn anyone into an amazing artist. Watch while I demonstrate on this lab assistant. Safety first. Take this pill. Oh my. Oh, well, I think that we shall call this a limited success. But until there is a magic pill to make you an amazing artist, just keep practicing and keep watching the Artistic Biker Live on Thursday nights from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Central Time. That's artisticbiker.com/Ustream. That's the letter U, stream.
When Johnny finished, the devil bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beat. He laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. Johnny said, "Just come on back, devil, if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a gun, I'm the best there's ever been." He played "Fire in the Mountain, Run, Boys, Run." Devil's in the house of the rising sun. Chicken and bread back, peanut dough. Granny does talk about no child, no. Got me a lover down in New Orleans, kept him warm in the winter, left me frozen in the spring. Why am I? How the seasons go by. I like to get high and I love to get low, so the hearts keep breaking and the heads just roll. Whoa. So the story goes. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. Climbing over mountains and a sailing overseas. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. My exes and the uh-ohs, they haunt me. Like a ghost, they want me to make them my own. They won't let go, X's and O's. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. I remember a time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory live again.
Wish my wife was here. She always knows where my glasses are.
Uh-oh! Uh-oh! What day is it? Who can tell me what day it is?
I wish you could see her face.
What day is it? Mom! What day is it? What day is it? What day is it? Come on, I know you can hear me. Don't pretend you can't hear me. Mom! What day is it? Mom! Missy!
Don't say I love you.
What day is it? Missy! What day is it? Come on, Missy! Come on! What day is it? What day is it? Little girl! What day? Come on, tell me, what day is it? What day is it? Thursday! Woohoo! Thursday! The artistic backer will make you happier than a Norse god on Thursday.
Happier than a Norse god on Thursday. God, I love that pun. Fantastic. I haven't seen Claudia in a few days. I hope she's okay. Hope she's doing all right. I know that it's very late at night for her right now, so I hope she's getting some much needed rest. But haven't seen her on the morning show either. So hope she's doing okay. And I saw Ivy Tuesday. Hope she's doing all right. All right, let's see. Let's turn it sideways. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. What's on your easel? What's on your easel? What's on your easel today? Completely forgot about what's on your easel. Let's see here. Let me just flip over here to
Ivy had posted on Facebook that she's adjusting to new meds, but they're kicking her butt, just making her tired.
oh, that's bless her heart. Well,
I'm trying 8 minutes today.
we're worried about her. My mom's not trying new meds. My mom's just taking my grandmother's meds. She's just swapping pills with Granny. You know, the teenagers do that. These young kids these days, that's a thing. Let's see here. Let me start this stream so that start the stream. Next. Whoa. Back. Cancel. Start the stream. The whole screen. Share the screen. Okay. Now the screen's going to go black for a minute while I switch this on. There we go. It didn't last very long at all this time. Okay. Let's see. I don't think I showed this last week. Last week on the 16th, Ivy, that's a cat sitting on top of her coloring book. Did I show this last week? Where she was coloring my Carnus Taurus coloring page in my coloring book. That's what she was doing on her show. And she sent that in as her easel submission last week. And I don't think I got it in time to share it with anybody. And then Pamela sent, I believe this is the hermit crab from my coloring book, and I believe she did this along with Pamela, or along with Ivy rather. Pamela sent this in. I believe she was coloring along with Ivy when she did that. And I think that's just awesome. It says easel with Ivy. I think that's just awesome. And in the mornings, Rick arts along with me sometimes, and he did an orangutan. Hopefully it loads. Yeah. And he did it. Look at that. That's a very good orangutan. It looks just like the model. Very good orangutan. And then Pamela sent in tonight the last of her succulents. There's her aloe vera. I wish it would just let me scroll. It doesn't let me scroll through them. I have to open every one up individually. What do you call these? These look like little mouths waiting to be kissed. I don't know what this kind of succulent is called, but they look like little. What is it?
Isn't that an aloe?
This little mouth that looks like it needs to be kissed?
Oh, I don't know that one. The other one.
Yeah, I knew the other one was aloe. I said it was. Yeah.
I don't know what those are either.
July succulent. Who's Malcolm?
Her cat.
Oh, Ivy's cat.
3.75 inches.
Did you say 7.5 inches?
It's over 3.75.
3.75 inches. Is it coming in the house yet?
No, but you know our drainage ditch is over the side to side. It's coming in our backyard.
All right. You'll have alligators. You got to watch out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm not going out there.
You'll have to watch out for alligators in this part of the world.
We might have to keep Pug in tonight.
Pamela says that is a South African succulent.
It sure is unusual.
Sure is. So that was what I had. I didn't get any other easel submissions, and I don't have anything major to show. I've been spending my waking hours when I'm not busy with my corporate sponsorship, and I'm not busy doing videos for the show. I have been spending my time getting these things ready. Let me see if I can find them. Of course not. That would be too easy. I am trying to put together.
Pamela said there was more in that email.
Okay, I'll go back to it. I'm trying to put together another coloring book, and so I have a few more things to finalize to get the coloring book ready to go. So that's what I'm working on in my spare time instead of anything new and amazing. Of course, I think the coloring book is kind of new and amazing. So Pamela said there was more in that email. Okay, so, oh yeah, it says 22 attachments. There should have been 11 pictures. So we did the aloe vera. We did the South African succulent. We did, I don't know what kind of that is. It's also South African. Probably the same South African. More South African succulents. Agave. There is an agave. I bet there's a close-up of that. Ha! Look at me go. I like that one, Pamela. I don't know what kind of succulent that is, but I like the whorled leaves. Do you make a note somewhere on the paper what kind of succulent it is so that your descendants, when they open that book up, will know what that is? That's aloe vera. I know what that is. No, that's agave. I thought that was aloe vera. That looks like aloe vera. That looks like the aloe vera that I did. Cape Blanco. Okay, that appears to be the end of the line there. Pretty sure that was an AI picture. What, the one I sent you? Uh-oh. Brother had them clearing underbrush with a skid steer using a brush hog and it shot wood out.
Back up there, he
said took a chunk of wood to the kneecap Sunday while I was feeding pigs. Oh yes. That is no joy. That is no joy. Okay. So that is what was on my easel. That is what was on your easel. If you would like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email into blade@artisticbiker.com with subject line easel, and we will use your works to inspire other people to do works. Also, if you would like to critique, if you would like a critique, you can send it in and mark it critique, and we will crowd critique it. And when we critique it, it will be a want to help you improve critique. It won't be you stink and don't ever pick up paintbrushes again. It'll always be, hey, you've got a good foundation here, maybe try a little more color here. You've got a good color here, maybe try to work on the shading on this side. It'll be an honest critique, and everybody in the class everybody in the chat will have an opportunity to participate in the critique. And if anybody's mean, my mom will just boot them. So my mom has no problems with putting the smack down on bullies. All right, so that was what was on my easel. That's what's on your easel. If you want to be a part of what's on your easel, send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com with subject line easel or subject line critique, and we'll use your works to inspire other people, because that's what this is really all about. So with that said, let's get back to the art making. I have another photo here. This photo, let me switch back over here to the phone screen. This photo, uh-oh, what's happened?
Pamela said that she thought the one that something like you did was an agave.
Oh no, it was supposed to be an aloe vera. The screen is black. I don't know why the screen is black, but apparently the stream stopped. Hang on just a second. Let's get that going again. And then refresh. There we go. All right. Now I wanted to show you this. So this was a photograph that somebody shared on Unsplash. Yeah, give it time. I understand. There's a lag. The screen's black. I understand. Instant gratification. We all grew up watching TV. We all grew up watching TV. I completely understand.
So look at that cool photograph.
So okay, so this was somebody on Unsplash posting a picture of two giraffe weevils. That was our foundation for it. But then I wanted something different for the illustrative part, and so I went to ChatGTP and I said, "Hey, take this image and turn it 60 degrees." And so ChatGTP, this is AI. This is an imagined image, including the background. Look at the depth of the background, including the background. This is all imagined because this is made from what little information was provided in the other picture. That's some scary detail right there. That's some scary detail. Anyway, that's our second reference picture we're going to work with tonight. So let's do that. Let's just do that. Let's just turn the page and get started. I'm probably not going to put as much detail into it as I did on the first one because this one is more illustrative. I thought the one you did was an agave. No, it was an aloe vera. You know what? It could have been an agave. It very easily, Pamela, it very easily could have been an agave. The caption said aloe vera, and I just said it was. It very easily could have been an agave. I am no expert when it comes to succulents. And if you go back and you look at when we talked about whether or not you were going to do succulents, I think you'll find that I initially said succubus because I completely forgot that succulents was a word. So that tells you how comfortable I am with the subject matter. And let me tell you, when you search for reference pictures of succubus, you get some interesting things. And maybe I should have done a succubus page, but I found that image and it said, the caption said it was aloe vera. And like I said, whether or not it was actually aloe vera, I would not know that. I'm going to take some artistic license with this because this is AI and nobody cares. I just think it's interesting that I was able just to take that photograph into ChatGTP and snap my fingers and say, give me an image doing this, and it did. And it took like 30 seconds. And I didn't have to go to Madagascar. Which is a shame because I really wanted to go to Madagascar. You know, it's a toss-up between who's better at. Pamela said that ChatGTP is really good at image editing. It's a toss-up about whether I'll go to ChatGTP or Gemini. Oh, I'm sorry. Joe said that, not Pamela. Pamela said LMAO and the smiley face, and then I started reading the letters underneath, and I failed to notice that the name changed. Yeah, Joe, it's a toss-up whether I go to Gemini or whether I go to ChatGTP. They both have a tendency to stray. They'll start off really hot out of the gate, and then you're like, hey, this is really good. I just need to make this minor correction, and then the whole thing just turns to poop.
Joe says it changes and changes them unless you specify not to change any aspect of the face.
Joe.
And Gemini is Google, correct?
Gemini is Google, yes. Google owns Gemini. The main reason I subscribe to Gemini is because of the interaction, the familiarity and interaction it has with the YouTube algorithm and information. That I actually subscribe to quite a few things. I subscribe to Claude AI. I subscribe to ChatGTP. I subscribe to vidIQ. I subscribe to, and I subscribe to Gemini, and I subscribe to ChatGTP. Now, ChatGTP and I are having issues. I will have, it'll do amazing things, and I'll be like, okay, this is what I need to do from now on, and then all of a sudden it starts just doing the dumbest stuff, and you can't make it stop. And it's dumb stuff. It's like, I'll ask it to do something, and it'll mess it up, and I'll say, okay, this is not what I asked for. You need to fix this. This is what I need you to do. You're right. I'll get right on that. I'm sorry. Okay, but I need you to do it now. You're right. Very next time you ask me to, I'm going to do it. I just asked you to do it. I will. The very next time, I'm going to put that in my permanent memory right now. The very next time you bring it up, that's exactly what I'm going to do. For the love of God, would you just do it? You pile of leftover Commodore 64 circuitry running Netscape Navigator frames code. I said that to Claude, and Claude said, I'm terminating this chat for abusive text. If you would like to continue a conversation, you'll have to start a new chat. I use Claude for project writing. Claude seems to be really good at remembering from conversation to conversation. ChatGTP is limited when it comes to that for me. And Gemini also seems to struggle. But I use Claude for, like, I'm writing a book. The book that I'm writing is the creative spark. And I'm free-forming the book. Like, I'll go for a walk and I'll just record my thoughts free-form, and then I'll come back and take my thoughts and drop them into take the audio and drop it into TurboScribe and turn them into a transcript. Drop the transcript into Claude and say, okay, edit this for context, and let Claude work as an editor, and then I'll tell Claude, you are a writer's assistant. Help me bounce ideas back and forth to fully flesh them out. Ask in-depth questions about ideas that don't seem fully fleshed out. And so Claude seems to do a very good job with that for me. A lot of people don't like using AI, Aurora. A lot of people are adamantly against AI. As far as assistance goes, I don't have a problem with it. I look at it the same way that people complained about cameras and typewriters and computers, and there's any number of things that simplified our activities that we all anticipated and we all wanted, and then when it got here, they were angry because you're taking people's jobs.
Joe says they are against it, but they use their hateful and cloud services.
Yeah, exactly. What I really think's funny, Joe, is if you look back in the 60s and 90s, and I know that's a vastly different time period. In the 60s, you had Star Trek, the first generation, and in the 90s, you had the next generation. And in both instances, you have them going, computer, do this, 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 and this, and this. And the computer does it, and nobody batted an eye. Everybody thought, yes, that's exactly what we should expect with the future. The computer should be doing the menial computations and the configuration. And Geordie LaForge will go up to the countertop and say, give me a carburetor, but make it sparkly and add wires to it and make it light up when it does things. And the computer does that. And then they say, okay, let's take this and put it into our ship and see if it increases our fuel efficiency with our tachyon doohickey rammer rods. And nobody batted an eye. Everybody thought, yes, that's exactly the kind of future we're looking for. Holodecks, where you can go in the holodeck and you can just have a holiday with nobody in there but you and the computer pretending to be a bunch of different people. Nobody batted an eye. Everybody said, yes, that's exactly the kind of future I would expect. I'm looking forward to having exactly that kind of thing. And then it happens and everybody's like, oh no, we can't, oh no. We can't be doing that.
Bill says his physician even uses AI now for business.
Absolutely.
Be interesting that they ask you in your mind if they use it.
Absolutely, and they should, because, I understand that the AI is still learning some things, but I mean every medical book in the industry is locked up in the index of the AI. And so it only makes sense to use the AI to help with diagnoses and to help them take notes and that sort of thing. It only makes sense.
The physician we had in Oklahoma, if he was unsure about something, he would got his iPhone and looked it up and was sitting there.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to wait for him to go research it and call you back. We did it right then and there. Aurora says she doesn't want to support expansion of dad centers. Joe says support for them are not there here and are going nowhere.
Well, good.
People here complaining the land can be used for housing, etc. But the fact is, the farmland was never going to be developed for homes.
Right, and hopefully they're not putting it on farmland. Hopefully they're putting it on scrubland. That's the important thing, is that they're putting it on scrubland. The bigger challenge is the grid of the smaller towns trying to keep up with the electricity usage, and the drain on the internet trunk that's coming through the town. And so that's the bigger challenge. But my answer is, and a lot of people are worried about the amount of fresh water that's going into their cooling systems that gets evaporated. But anymore, they're only using about 30 gallons a week, there's only about 30 gallons a week that gets evaporated because they're very efficient. But the question I have is, why don't they hook it into like Corpus Christi? This is my $1 billion idea, and if somebody picks up and runs with it, I will just consider that the world is a better place. Corpus Christi is having problems right now with drinking water. They don't have enough. They're having a difficult time getting drinking water in for their citizens, and they're also having a data center that wants to go in, and they're struggling with the citizenry doesn't want the data center to go in because it's going to use water and because it's going to use electricity that they don't feel like they can justify using. Well, let me ask you this. Why don't you use the excess heat from the data center to run a desalination project, a desalination equipment on top, and use the data center to desalinize the water, the ocean water, and solve two problems. Now they can use the ocean water to cool the plant, and they can have the fresh water as a byproduct. May not be potable, but at least it'll be usable for the surrounding landscape, for the plants and stuff, so they can preserve the lawn water that would have gone to the lawns. They can now drink that instead of putting it on their lawns. And if you take that same idea and you move out to West Texas with it, the frack water out there, they need a place to dispose that frack water after they frack a well. And that frack water has, in West Texas, has radioactive elements in it that can be reclaimed and used in medical science. And in Louisiana, that frack water has lithium and other salts in it that we're currently mining for. So there's an absolute use for it. There's an absolute need and benefit for it, and I don't understand why they don't combine those things. So again, if somebody were to capitalize on that, there's Ivy. Hope you're feeling okay, hon. Joe told us you were having some struggles, making you super tired. But my argument is that they could easily try to innovate instead of arguing over whether or not they should do it. They should be trying to figure out what the best way to use it would be, because it's going to happen.
I think you've covered this. Aurora's asked, can they somehow use wastewater for it?
See, and that's what I'm getting at. That's a perfect opportunity to reclaim and desalinate water. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. They can take the race water and separate. Yeah, Pamela, the water goes back into it gets evaporates and goes back into the atmosphere, and that's a cool thing. But it might take it 1,000 years before it gets back into a place where we can drink it or use it for irrigation, because it's either going to fall on the land, and there's a really good chance it's going to fall on rocks, or it's going to fall someplace where it's in the forest where it's not useful for our crops and not useful for us to drink, or it's going to fall in the ocean where there's no way to reclaim it at all except for desalination. So yeah, it goes back into the system, into it's not lost. You're absolutely right. It's not lost. But my favorite part about the argument, though, is you're on the internet complaining about it. Not you, Aurora, but the people that do are on the internet complaining about it. Your complaint is now logged in a data center. That is how I'm able to access it on Facebook. When I'm making this video is logged in a data center. That is how there are data centers all over the world housing this video, and they're making it so that this video is available to stream throughout the world, because there's not just one place where YouTube exists. This video is being housed in a data center for quick access in other markets.
Joe says China is using ocean water. He knows.
Yeah, and you can use the ocean water and you can desalinate it and drink it. Or again, use it for irrigation if you can't desalinate enough of that.
Laura says she needs like link it with the sewer system too.
So you'd have to go through the normal sewer system, and then you could take the brown water from the sewage system, and you could run that through a desalination. Let me dry this real quick, then we'll come back with some color. Ivy, when you say you do not like this, do you mean you don't like the tired feeling that comes with the new meds, or do you mean you don't like the bugs?
She has fever.
Oh, I don't like that for you either.
She thought it was her meds, but she woke up with a fever.
I've had a summer cold for the last few days. I feel your pain.
She always loves your stuff.
I feel your pain. Thank you. I'm just having some fun tonight. I'm just having some fun tonight. Pamela challenged me to do a set of battling beetles based on the beetle the giraffe weevil that I did yesterday. Pamela challenged me. To do battling beetles. Can't talk, Harding.
Laura says she doesn't like the internal bugs she's got in her system.
I don't like bugs in my system either. Like I said, I've had a summer cold for the last few days, and I don't like it. The sinus drainage, and it happens at the worst times because you're sitting around your own business, and all of a sudden you're on the microphone, and it sounds horrible on the microphone.
321 days I spent the better half of the year just holding your space. I've got all the
Essence of leaves.
but if you're not coming over, you can light up my dreams. Every snowfall reminds me to call, 'cause I know if you're not here, then it's not Christmas at all. But this year, oh, I
Should take that over
you're
this.
coming back to me. I'll be your angel when the snow's coming
Branch.
down. The song you're singing, and you're here all around. Small piece of heaven on earth in this town. It's only Christmas.
not feel her pain.
Heart rate's gone from 100 beats per minute to 65 beats per minute, but my body's absolutely not caught up yet. Oh yeah, that drop in the heart rate. That drop in the heart rate will sure enough make you tired. We were talking earlier about the weather. It was storming here earlier, Ivy. You missed it. We had a great big storm outside. And Pamela and Rick said they've got some stormy weather cropping up in their neck of the woods. How are things your way? Lot. Quit looking at the reference photo. I should probably eventually go back to the reference photo, but this part's just fun for me. Just a little crimson. Then just enough black to make you think all of it's black. Theater of the mind here, folks. There we go. I like that. Let me dry that, and then we'll ink it.
Be invaded.
What's that?
You're just about to be invaded.
Are they on their way home? Are you stalking them?
Yeah. Your neighbor.
I feel your pain, Joe. I came home yesterday, Joe, and it was 79 degrees in my house. 79 degrees in my house. My air conditioner is set at 72, and it was 79 degrees in my house, and I thought my air conditioner was broken. I walked in, I was like, oh my God, what's happened? I can't afford a new air conditioner. And I found a vent, and I held my hand up, and sure enough, cold air was coming out of it. It just wasn't enough to keep up with the 105 outside. Emma, I usually wash my outside unit every March. I'm not sure it happened this year. I absolutely need to get out there and do it. Hi, Char. Absolutely need to get out there and do it. And Ruby, I don't know if I said hi to you a minute ago. I forget things.
You have your personal reminder AC guy.
Yeah, my dad reminds me every year to rinse off my AC. My dad is HVAC certified. I hear my little children's out there slamming car doors. I'm rushing like it's a morning thing and I have to go to work. And I don't have to go to work. I can relax. I can just relax right into this. I don't have to rush at all. But I feel like I'm running out of time. And I'm not running out of time. Somebody's sneaking in here. It's my little girl. Hi, little girl. Hey, look. Let me show the people. There's my little girl.
I know you. See, that's me, and that's the baby. That baby.
You may have it backwards.
Hey!
The baby boy.
The baby. See, that's you and me. But you're the little one.
No, I'm that one. That's you.
See, they're going to fight over that now.
You call me Snow.
Yeah.
You are Simone.
I'm not Snow.
They can at least see you in camera. They only get like each inch.
He's been picking on me all day. He's alright. Oh, you're the second.
Hi, Granny.
Come on,
Did you guys get me any more Coke Zeros?
No, we went to Sprouts.
Hey, 3 for 3.
Where?
Randall's.
I'll have to stop by in the morning.
Yeah, buy 3, get 3. Additional 1. Of course, if you buy 3, you're going to get 3.
Buy 3, get 3 more.
Right. That's a good deal.
It's buy 1, get 1, but you have to buy 3 to get the deal. Kroger often runs that same deal. And Pamela's talking about me doing this in 30 minutes. You know, Pamela, I do this every morning in 30 minutes.
What is Star talking
I don't know.
The art dojo must remain peaceful. Whoa, 333 is important for me.
What are you talking about?
That's what Char says.
333.
We're just stables. Yeah. Oh, 333 is important to me. They had 3 packs of Pepsi Zero here, get 3 free. I stocked up even though I'm not supposed to get Pepsi.
You know, there was a deal in the news just this morning about how artificial sweetener is causing dementia symptoms, but what was I talking about? All right, let me sign that.
Pamela says yes, but that's usually without the extra. And Joe says read the article on memory loss, but it's the alcohol, sugars mostly.
Right, he read the article on memory loss, but it's the alcohol, sugars mostly. Yeah, what I thought was interesting about it was the amount that you had to consume. It was not the amount the normal person would consume. Random question is having Justra as your name rare. I can't even find the meaning of the name in Google. I don't know why. What are we talking about? Justra? Is Justra your name, Ruby? I don't know whose name is Justra. Okay, so there is my version of it from the illustrative side versus the painterly side. Turn it that way. So, well, no, I don't actually. We're not sharing with anybody on the vertical, so it doesn't make any difference. Painterly, illustrative. Painterly, illustrative. I feel like an optometrist. 1 or 2. 1 or 2.
3.
You haven't decided on 1 or 2 yet. I can't move on to 3 or 4 yet. If it's too close to tell, you can go ahead and let me know it's too close to tell.
Will be 3.
3 or 2. 3 or 2. 1. Rorschach. Yeah, Rorschach test. Exactly. Those are always fun. I always see my parents doing. Well, we can't really talk about that. It is a PG-13 show. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. Hang on, I got to get over that one. That's a good one. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I look forward to this every week when I get to art with my besties. Tomorrow morning at 5:30 in the morning, we're going to be drawing this little black horse. And why did the camera change? I stopped it. I put it on my face. When I want it to change, it doesn't change. It's my daughter. So we're going to be doing this little black horse in the morning. And I was like, I've just done this black horse. I know that I have just done the black horse. Why am I doing a black horse again? And the reason I feel like I have just done the black horse is because the black horse is in my first coloring book. It's not that one. Watch it not be in here. Watch me be wrong. I'm almost positive the black horse is in this coloring book. But I did a coloring page for the black horse. There it is. Now, when I want the camera on a different angle, it's not on a different angle. I did a coloring page for the black horse from the last time I did the black horse, which means that I did this black horse like 9 months ago. But it feels like it was just yesterday. So there's the black horse that we're going to do again tomorrow. And this is the one that we did like 9 months ago. That's in my first coloring book that you can get on Amazon. Random Objects from the Random Object Randomogrifier, Volume 1, an artistic biker coloring book. Just look for Jonathan Manning, Random Objects, anything like that should bring it right up. There is a link in the description of this video if you'd like to follow the link, and you can purchase this on the Amazon. It's got all kinds of coloring pages in it. And I am working on Volume 2. Volume 2 should be ready to go in about 2 weeks. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. This is what we're going to do tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Texas time. So if you're awake at 5:30 a.m. Texas time and you feel like, arting with people, the reference photo will be available on my YouTube community page, and you can art along with us, and we can talk about all kinds of things. I'll have to find, last time I talked about Black Beauty, I'll have to find another black horse to talk about. Maybe the Black Stallion. I don't think I spent much time talking about the Black Stallion last time, but we'll find some black horse in literature to talk about while we do this black horse in the morning. But thank you so much for joining me. Be sure and tune in next week, same Artistic Biker time, same Artistic Biker channel, and then we dance. We dance until somebody says they see me dancing, because that is how I know that the lag is caught up to the stream and I won't be cut off mid-sentence. It gives everybody a chance to click the clicky thingies and say hello and goodbye to each other. Jar says she's drawing a horse for her uncle who loves horses and going to put the OCs on the horse. Took pictures so I can print it out. Send me a picture of it next week, Jar, with easel in the subject line, and we will share your work with everybody else for inspiration. But guys, we dance until somebody says they see me dancing, and that way I know that the lag is cut.